Good day, everyone. Hope you're doing really well. So today you are going to see the world's strongest Kokomi in action. So what I've got is our volunteers, the Raiden Shogun at 150 HP and Ayaka. And what we're going to see is what the difference is if we finally max out Bakekurage. So just for context, my Kokomi's talents are 6, 12, and 13, and we've got enough firepower to get the jellyfish all the way there. So let's see what happens. If we put down the jellyfish with, let's say, the Raiden Shogun, we get about 12,200 healing, which is pretty insane. So now the next question is going to be, what happens when we fully upgrade this bad boy? Let's just wait for the cooldown to come back, and now let's just upgrade it all the way. So we're getting from 8.8 max HP to 9.4, and then a bit more on the ripple damage. Right, so finally our Kokomi is now at max healing. Of course, this normal attacks aren't really that important. It's mostly these two, but let's just see what the big difference is. And we will use our volunteer Ayaka. So let's pop the jellyfish. So 12,200. Let's see what the difference is. All right, 12,760 or 70 it seems. That is pretty damn strong. So yeah, this is the world's most powerful healing Kokomi, and let's get into why this is really so strong and important with a couple of examples. So with our first practical example, let's take a look at the new event at the most difficult level. So what you'll see is me just stacking attack speed and just sort of see what happens with Kokomi. You'll see what she's doing is absolutely insane. Look how fast she's attacking. Just like taking out all these guys at once. It is absolutely insane. And in a sense, that's why I love this new event. It's not just one single big target that you stack all your Bennet and Kazuha buffs and then your main damage dealer swipes left or right. Here you've actually got to like use the room, you've got curses. I really love this event. I hope this can like give us more like a feel for what true endgame content is. But look at what Kokomi does on screen. It doesn't matter where the enemies are positioned, whether they're at range, whether they're attacking us, we can simultaneously attack and heal. So if the party had corrosion or we had anyone on lower health, we would be able to do so much in a small instance. And that's really what I like about this event, because it really does start showcasing Kokomi's true potential as a generalist. It's not just someone that depends on Bennet to buff them. They can actually function as a very strong independent unit in clearing out most of the content. So let us look at a couple of other examples. I think this will be a healing example, and you'll sort of see what I mean. We're just going to stack attack speed buff. Again, Jean is just such an amazing unit as well. And then let's just see what we can do with Kokomi. Again, the video footage is not sped up. It is sort of in real time. And this is really where Kokomi shines. You almost have like the center point with Bakekurage, and then you can attack like from different areas. And you can see here our Raiden Shogun took critical damage, so I'm forced to swap off, and Raiden Shogun C6 obviously kicking in, and you can see she's almost again back at full health. There's no need in the time that you would have had to swap to Barbara to press Q and then swap back to a Raiden Shogun. You could have healed your entire team, and also look at that Ayaka as well. She was like a 9,000 health and instantly she's like back up. So instead of wasting time healing, Kokomi, like when you really max out her potential, just does so much more. And that is why I think she's like one of the best healers in the game. In fact, she's like one of the best generalists as well, just short from buffing your attacks, of course, like Bennet. One of the interesting things also about Kokomi that a lot of people don't actually talk about is her range. So for instance, what you saw there in like the example clips is I can essentially stand still in an area and attack like 360 around me. I don't need to swap to Ganyu and lose like field of vision and like attack enemies on one side with my bloom. I can simultaneously attack, heal and tank all at the same time, and that is pretty cool. And I can cleanse myself. I will see an example after this. But also, I mean, with the strong healing that Kokomi does, let's just compare her to someone like, let's say, my Zhongli. My Zhongli at the moment's got like, I think 8,000 HP, which means if you do look at his shield, he gives you about 15,000 worth of HP in terms of shield. But once you lose that 15,000 HP shield, you either need to reshield or slow down the battlefield by petrifying or dropping a meteorite. With Kokomi, you can just instantaneously heal everyone up, and that is what's so really so awesome about it. So let's just sort of look at this final example. Again, I love this new event. It just showcases supports way better with all the buffs and curses and everything that you can get, as well as the value of stacking attack speed. It's just insane. But here you can see again, we can just freeze, so we get like a Zhongli petrifying effect in a certain sense if you combine it. And then we've got Dendro and Pyro, which causes burning, and we can very easily cleanse it. Look at the Raiden Shogun here. She's taking damage, and boom, she's again full. And no need to waste time swapping around. And then during the downtime, I can just sort of swap to my Kokomi, and then I can just sort of carry this out. And even if I get hit, knocked around, even if I'm unable to attack, I can still tank very comfortably and hit multiple enemies simultaneously. In a certain sense, this is also what Kokomi is really good at, because if you've got multiple small enemies, you can rather save your big guns for taking out the bosses and then clearing out the annoying mobs, which can like debuff you in a certain sense. And this should almost be like towards the end. We're just going to sort of hit him, and look at Ayaka there. She's like fully healed up as well. Pretty insane. That's it. Yeah, guys, so that's just what I wanted to show. The world's strongest Kokomi, when put in the proper context of not like one big single target, but in a really fun event, you can see her really shining awesomely.